Responding to a comment from one of our subscribers, Tiana V. Did God really reveal 666 to Glenda Jackson? What about 666 in Hollywood? Can you make a video about it? Welcome, dear friends, to TIBP Media. It will be a great blessing if you could like and share this important Bible study. Welcome to our patrons and TIBP members. There is an ocean of interpretation out there about this controversial number, a supernatural 3-digit believed to have a curse that people are afraid of and do not completely understand. Netizens believe that Apple, the company, sends a very satanic message because of its origin. The first iMac is sold at $666, 666. Most people think it's just a fun number, but Steve Jobs was exact when it comes to numbers. Netizens believe that he picked 666 on purpose. Now look at the logo, an apple with a bite. That's not just design choice. It's the Bible representing the fall of man. The moment sin entered the world through Adam and Eve, that is the symbol they choose for their company, Apple. Netizens believe that Siri, when you say it backwards, iris. And what's your iris? That's your eye. And what is the biggest symbol in secret groups? Like the Illuminati, the one eye over and over again showed. It's not just a phone, it's an iPhone. The eye is always watching. So you got 666, apple with a bite represents the fall of man. And you got the eye, iris, iPhone. It's a symbol. This is what you see in most of the postings of the netizens, and it's everywhere. Another belief is that 666 can be found in Disney. Notice the 666 in the logo. You have in the W, in the Disney World, and in the letter Y. The devil horn occult hand sign found in most cartoon shows. Various Disney movies with the subtle hand signals of the devil horn. Why would Disney creators incorporate an occult sign, the devil horn hand signal, in the characters for the young people to see? A popular Christian program presented of a heavenly vision by self-proclaimed prophet Glenda Jackson. She said in her testimony that she went to heaven and God revealed to her the true meaning of 666, and the world needs to be warned of its identity of a so-called Jewish antichrist. Is this really from God?
Christ was taken to heaven and given understanding of the hidden meaning of numbers in the Bible. Wait till she tells you the true meaning of 666. Totally different than the best prophecy teachers. Tell me what God has shown you about the number 666 and things that very few Bible propheters understand.
Yes, on the number 666, the Lord told me, I want you to get a piece of paper. I'm going to show you how the Antichrist is going to work through 666. It's going to be the Roman numerals, because they're going to come back under the Roman Empire. So what is the first 6 in 666? It's VI in Roman numerals. Right. But remember, when God looks down, it's IV. There is your medical. We're living in a generation where IVs are hooked up, even on your pets. LX is 60, but God looks down and it's reversed and it's XL. There's your food and your clothes. And you didn't go in a restaurant or drive through and they go, do you want an extra large this? It's DC. But you turn it around, it means your banking
CD.
and your music, entertainment. We didn't have CDs when we were.
How can we really understand this number 666? Jesus warns us that in the final days, false prophets will arise, claiming to have prophetic truth that will deceive the majority. Anyone can claim that the Lord talked to them. Anyone can claim that they went to heaven and God gave them a revelation. But the Bible will confirm the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32. Here are some of the undeniable truths about 666. Number 1, it is a number of a human leader. Here is wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Revelation 13 verse 11. Jesus uses the number 666 as an identifier to a particular power. The Bible does not mention about God flipping, looking down on those numbers and flipping, and reveals its hidden meaning. Friends, this is not the faithful interpretation of the Bible prophecy about this number. It points to a human leader. 666 represents literal Babylon, but King Nebuchadnezzar set up an image of Babylon. The image was not only a sign of the indestructible and eternal nature of Babylon. To bow before the image was not only a sign of allegiance to civil power, like pledging allegiance to a flag. The image was really a religious symbol of loyalty to the Babylonian pantheon. Babylonian mathematics was based on the sexagesimal system, in which the basic counting units were the number 6 and 16 in antiquity. Gold was the dew of the sun, because it was believed that it had dripped down the sun onto the earth. Gold was used to represent the sun god, because gold is the color of the sun. If we multiply, dear friends, 60 by 6, the total is 360, which was a very sacred number in Babylon. 36 gods were placed to rule over Babylonian pantheon. To rule over the Babylonian pantheon. When the numbers from 1 to 36 are added in sequence, the total is 666. Was known as the number of the sun, and all the gods were included in this one summary number. In Babylon, the sun god was Marduk. He was thought of as an absolute ruler of all time and space. Number 3, 666 represents spiritual Babylon, as Daniel is the prophetic twin book of Revelation. We find the same number similar representation, Revelation 14 verse 8. Babylon is fallen, that great city, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries. Mother Babylon represents a religious system which has an official colors of purple and scarlet, very wealthy, and has daughters that shares the same doctrines, Sunday keeping. It is the same power in Revelation 13, the beast's power, none other than the papacy, and its number 666. 666 is the number of his title. Listen carefully, dear friends. Professor Johannes Kwasten, the world's leading authority on patriotic literature, writings on major Catholic Church leaders, stated that Vicarius Filii Dei is a common papal title. On March 5, 1943, Robert Correa and Benjamin Mondica were sent by the General Conference of Seventh-day Adventists to the Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. to research Vicarius Filii Dei as a Pope title. Robert Correa and Dr. Quasten, do you, as a recognized authority of Catholic, accept the title Vicarius Filii Dei as a proper and legitimate title of your Holy Father? Dr. Quasten says, responded, the Pope has many titles. The Vicarius title is not as common. It is, however, an official title and should be accepted by any good Catholic scholar. When he asked to put his response in writing, Dr. Quasten took a sheet of his Catholic University stationery and wrote out the following: the title Vicarius Filii Dei, as well as the title Vicarius Christi, is a very common title for the Pope. Signed, Dr. Johannes Quasten and Robert Correa and his friend Benjamin Mondica, authenticated before a notary. The handwritten statement they received from Professor Quasten. They wanted to ensure that nobody will dispute the credibility of their story. Question statement should silence Catholic critics who negate the use of Vicarius Filii Dei as the papal title that is equivalent to 666. 666 must be counted and calculated with heavenly wisdom. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. The letters on the Pope's mitre are these: Vicarius Filii Dei, which is Latin for the Vicar, Son of God. Our Sunday visitor, April 18, 1915. If you will look at the Roman numerals, you will see the Vicarius Filii Dei, Vicarius 112, Filii 53, and Dei 501. There you have 666. Dear friends, this is just one of the 12 identifying marks of the Antichrist in Revelation 13. So what is God's number in the Bible? Answer, it is 7, representing the seventh day, the creative power, the sign of God. On the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made and rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made, and God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So the Sabbath, the seventh day, is a memorial of creation. That is God's number. And everything finishes at 7. It is God's seal, the seventh day. The number 7 is connected with this legal document, the seal of God. Great deception is here. And if we do not open our hearts and minds, we will be deceived and receive the mark of the beast. Kindly type in the comment section, I will receive the Father's seal. I will receive the Father's seal. Thank you, dear friends. It is comforting to know that in a little while we're going home. So let us continue to preach truth found in Bible prophecy.